Hello, Cancer friends. This is Christelle Martinette with another reading for the week starting February 29th, the end of the month, leap year. And as I said in my last reading, the week starting 22nd of February, it was a week that announced 3 or 4 weeks to come, and this is the first of that period. And I'm interested in knowing what will be coming down here this week, the 29th of February, for you, Cancer. I have here the Angel Tarot and the Sibila deck and a set of runes that I made. It was one of my first, it was my first set of runes that I made out of maple cuts. Let's see what this week holds in store for you. Quite an interesting week for you, Cancer. There's sort of like an opposition. There is a contrast. The contrast involves you knowing how lucky you are on the one hand, and you knowing that you can do whatever you want because you have the means, but also knowing that you've come from a recent past that has weighed heavily on you. And you really need to take the time to take a breather and say, yes, that's true. And then take the lighter side of life to show you that you have different options that you can entertain. And also be understanding that it's not always a matter of keeping things to yourself, but also sharing them with others. Even sharing the pain, saying to everybody, look what I've done. Look what I've done. This has this, and this has occurred. But now look at me now, you know. This is what I'm seeing. It's as if you're not willing to talk about the negative side to your life to very many people, Cancer. And you just want to live the positive side, which is quite a difference for you, really. But we need to strike the balance. Now, what I'm seeing here too is that you're at a sort of crossroads between the devil and the deep blue sea, I like to say, where you know that you've come a long way and you're acknowledging that. But it will take just 5 seconds for you to turn and make a wrong turn, and you know that you could just fall off the cliff, Cancer friends, because there's some side to your character, the shadow side to your character that is probably has an addictive nature to it. And on the other hand, there's that other side of your character that's walking in light, where you can just really walk on air, but you know that it's a very fine line, okay? And what you really need to do, the last exit card is telling me, is to be on your guard for all of those little regrets that you feel from your past that could really ruin your days and rain on your parade. Let me show you these cards. The entrance card is the Stars. Major Arcana, the 10 of Wands. The Magician, Major Arcana. The 2 of Coins. Our focus card here in the middle is the 7 of Swords. The 10 of Swords next to that. The 3 of Wands. Look at that, how interesting this card is. The 5 of Coins. And the exit card is the Page of Swords. Now, I'm going to take, of course, the Vera Sibila on these, but there are two major arcana at on the first row, and they create, they're both knighting with the card, the 5 of coins. And try as you might, try as you may, for some reason in this period, probably to survive and to save your soul, and literally, you would like to reason in terms of finance. That's black on white. I have this, I don't have that. I have 3, I'm spending 2, I have 1 left, and that's easy for you, and that pushes you forward. And that's fine. We get to know that, all right? We know that. And that's taking stock. But those 2 cards are also knighting with 2 other cards. The Magician is knighting with the 2 of coins, and that's telling you that you can change your situation very easily. All you have to do is take the first step. The Stars is knighting with the 10 of Swords, talking about the end of a very strenuous cycle, very oppressive cycle. Then the other relations are the mirroring effect. The Magician is mirroring this 3 of Wands, where you're there standing with your wand firmly planted, but there are the other 2 wands where you're seeing the negative and the positive, the negative and the positive. So there is this, you're in between both worlds, it seems, between the devil and the black blue sea, the dark deep blue sea, I said in the beginning. Interesting is this, the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is knighting with, it's first mirroring the stars, right? The entry card is the stars, and the exit card is the page. And the page also, part of your week is going to be spent wanting to know, looking around, seeing what happened when I was away, what happened when I was not looking. Tell me, looking for the truth somewhere. What is she really thinking? What is he really thinking? What do my co-workers think of me? And that's also knighting with the 2 of Pentacles. And what that tells me is that the 2 of Pentacles, knighting with this, is giving you a measure of your balance. All it takes is to stand firm, stop a moment, and realize that you're in the middle of something. You're in the middle of something, and you could go either way. But the Magician is here in the spread, and he gives you the power to do whatever you want. Let me take the Vera Sibila here. I'm going to take first the Vera Sibila on this 3 of Wands. That is standing firm with that 1 wand planted into the ground. Okay, well, we have amica, the female friend, viaggio, the trip, and disgrazia, tower type situation, disgrace. And you are moving toward amica, to the positive side of your world. But right behind you is that tower situation, and you haven't come out completely. It's as if you still have the scars. Okay, we're talking about scars here. And your intentions are good. But remember, the road to hell is full of good intentions. We really need to walk the walk and not only talk the talk. I'm going to take the, on the 5 of Pentacles, what we have here is this consolante sorpresa, a surprise, communication, messaggero. There's a messenger and a stanza, intimate communication where there are no people, where you need to plant the seeds for intimate communication. And this is over the 5 of Coins. And the 5 of Coins does, again, it's a card that's telling you you're in between 2 worlds. You have a negative side, and you see that so clearly. What you're not seeing clearly is the positive side. And this spread here, these 3 cards over that 5 are telling you take the time to look for the signs, to communicate, even with those people who have not communicated in a long time. Make contact, touch base. Hi, how are you doing? You know, I've had a rough patch. Why don't we have a drink? Why don't we go for coffee? Why don't we have a dinner together? You know, make contact again. It will ground you. It'll give you a firm base to stand on, and you just remember people from the past. Remember from whence you came. You know. It's interesting this, and I'm going to take the Sibila on this page of swords. The page of swords. The page of swords. Over the page of swords is the Gran Signore, the most important person in your life, male or female. House, home, could be an institution here, could be a place of work, could be, it could be also something to do with legal matters, and sacerdote, which is the priest. Now, this may speak to many of you in terms of you coming from a legal situation where there was a ruling, and partially it was in your favor, partially not, because we're seeing half and half here. We're seeing the good and the bad. We're not seeing the evil in this week. This is why I'm saying, with the magician here, you can do what you please. Now, the page of swords is telling you that, okay, many of you, most of you are in a situation of being single, being alone, having left someone, but you're in a position of taking decisions. Your goal is to be important for someone. And you've come to this realization. This is a week where you feel, because of the recent occurrences, this is a time that I want to share. I want to share with someone, good and the bad. And this, you know, the jury's still out about this home here, the house, so that's really not a home. It could be, for all intents and purposes, it is a legal ruling, or it is a place of work. It is, in any case, it represents an institution. Let me go to the runes and see if they can give me some more information, Cancer friends. Okay, let's see. Okay, they've all turned around except for the first one. And I see two different, two different conversations here. I see you still. I see you immobile, considering what to do. And in line with this rune, there is a rune off to the side that pertains to all 2.5 conversations. Okay, there's 1, 2.5, let's say. And this is Rido Merkstave, and Rido Merkstave is telling me that you are still at a standstill with Hagal. And it's telling you that perhaps this is a situation that requires you. This week is a week where you are required to weigh things more carefully, because it leads to a situation, it leads to a conversation that talks about partnerships. Now, these partnerships are of 2 different natures. One, it is a partnership, it is a romantic partnership, and another, it has to do with work. I'm getting the impression, and I'm hearing, that this is a relationship. It's a relationship that you are seeking but not ready for, okay. And the rune next to that is need, that you do need. But it also talks of a waiting period with Hagal, and it talks to you wanting to assess a bit more. There's something more that you need to assess. You want some time to pass. Let this, these moons go by, these weeks go by. It'll probably be at the end of the moon cycle, that eclipse, that you'll know what you really should do in terms of a romantic situation. The last conversation is so lovely because we have Ing here. There are 2 such positive runes. There's Ing here, and Diag, and they both speak to great success, into success, and Diag is to a complete transformation. And these are pointing to a transformation. So when you are ready, after you Hagal and Need have talked about it to yourself, thought about it, talk to your friends about it. Friends from your past, say, that situation didn't serve me well. I really wish that person well, but I'm at a time in my life where it's time for me to move on to something. You know what I've been thinking? What do you think? Those conversations will be leading you to much success and a transformation. Cancer, this is lovely to see. I do hope that this reading was of help, Cancer friends. Namaste. Until we read together again. Bye bye.